Where are we going to record it? Carol! You evil!
And you act like that's news. Oh, sweetheart, I think I've been evil for a while. I think you've been aware of that too. So the first on our list is a song you like. They color in the title. Phil.
Red Flag by Billy Talent.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, it's like a 2000s band. They
That's
put
why.
like I mentioned, you were not going to know.
I'm sure I've heard of them.
You've probably heard the song.
I may have. I'm not great at song names. So it's one of those I might have heard a melody or something.
Oh, God. Okay, that's actually on the Burnout Revenge soundtrack. I've become my own worst enemy. Because I just searched it up on YouTube, it just came up that as the third result.
To be fair, Burnout is kind of known for having a pretty decent soundtrack.
Damn it. Freaking EA. EA is like good song that nobody knows.
If nothing else, they can get some licensing for some decent stuff. Like soundtrack-wise.
Yeah, it's a underrated band. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm listening to it now. It's very reminiscent of old punk. Like
yes, it's very punky, very kind of alternative and bitter. It's
I like punk, so I'm liking it. Ooh, I've never played Burnout, so.
Just imagine that track playing in the background whilst you're driving around, crashing into people. It's basically what those games are.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Yeah, that matches what I'm hearing right now. I really couldn't narrow it down to one, so I narrowed it down to 4. These are literally 4 that popped in my head in under 1 second.
You've ruined the act, Job, in like the first 15 seconds. Come on.
Green Tambourine by the Lemon Pipers, Mellow Yellow by Donovan, Little Red Corvette, and Purple Rain by Prince.
Okay.
I know how you feel about Purple Rain.
Oh, yes, you do.
I picked one of those songs for a different category.
Okay.
We will hear about one of those songs very later.
I think I might know which one. All right, Jeff, what are your color songs that you like? Or color song that you like?
I picked one. Mr. Blue Sky.
Yellow.
Yeah, by Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, I figured that one would be turning up on someone's list at this point. Didn't think it would have been yours.
I love ELO.
Okay, Karen, I have a history with that song. It shows up in a lot of things I love. Showed up at the opening of Guardians 2 with Groot dancing. He's freaking adorable. It showed up
as a contrast.
Yes,
I get it. At one point, it was on my list before I switched it for something else. It's just if it was going to be on anybody's list, I actually expected it out of Phil since he's brought it up numerous times in the past.
No. Anything I've exemplified before, I will not do because that's not how magicians play the game.
And
fair enough.
Phil's also so just generally happy-go-lucky, and Mr. Blue Sky is a very happy-go-lucky song. So it really kind of fits Phil.
Well, here's the thing with me, which I find kind of strange. I really don't like the color blue. I'm a green fan. I like the color black a lot. I like the color gray a lot. Not a big fan of the color blue. Love that song, and it just randomly ends up showing up in things I love. So I had to pick it.
The color has nothing to do with the song being good, though. It's
but in terms of being a color I enjoy, blue is not a color I enjoy. Despite the fact that
that's not what we're asking, though. We're not asking if you like the fucking color. It's whether or not you like the song.
No, but I love it. Surprising. It is. No, I understand what Joe's saying. That it's kind of surprising that a color he doesn't really like is going to be in the title of a song he really loves.
No, but do you get where I'm coming from? You can't attribute color, this visual thing, to audio. That's where I'm coming from.
Yes, but Phil, you imagine certain things while listening to the song, and the
Okay.
fact that blue frequently comes up in that song, you imagine things that are blue, like the sky and whatnot, while listening to that song. At least I do. That's how I interpret that song, and I find it weird that that a song mostly focused on a color I don't really like is one I love so much. That's all.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. Oh my God, what's this world coming to? Joe and I are totally agreeing on something.
I know, it's so weird.
Oh, it's kind of
Okay,
creepy, Joe. Stop it.
Am I the
Kieran.
one who does Kieran now, or is Phil?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Fine, you do
Kieran.
it.
Oh yeah, Kieran, what do you want? What's your favorite?
Oh wow.
Now I pulled a Kieran.
I was talking to Carol about this earlier, so I changed my pick so it was going to be different. So it's a surprise even to her this time. The Stranglers, Golden Brown.
Never heard of it.
Oh, that's a good song. Good pick.
I'm a
That-
Carol.
that's-
Never heard of this.
Yo, you tricky bugger.
Yeah, right.
You tricky bugger. I'm proud of you. Wow. That's
Like,
good.
I haven't
Okay.
heard it in like forever before today as well, and it's just like
That's a
takes me
trick
back.
shot. That's a sniper out of the blue. It's pretty good.
Okay, I pulled it up on YouTube. I'm just in the intro.
I already know what this song sounds like. It's classic.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, here's me like talking about diversification, and like I'm looking at my list, and I'm like, oh, rock. Hmm.
Oh, I've got some ones that will really catch you out. Like you won't expect it out of me.
You got the phrase that'll catch my eyes.
Okay, I'm
Funny you should say that.
really intrigued by this. I like the rhythm and the way the singer is performing. I like he's singing almost lullaby style.
Yeah. Yeah.
That- oh wow.
It's really mellow, and I love the rhythm of it.
But in the video I'm watching, he just looks so bored.
That's how folk singers
So
do it.
bored.
That's how folk singers do it.
No.
I'm sorry, do you see Simon and Garfunkel running around the streets with like pyrotechnics and like
Kind of hard to be anything but mellow when singing anything in that sort of tone, huh?
I'm really liking this. Thank you for the new new song to hear.
It's all right.
Oh wow.
Glad I can pick
okay.
a winner occasionally.
what you always do though. It's like a wild card review. You like every so
Oh, yeah,
often it'll be
no.
like 10 out of 10. Pick Kieran.
I
And then
like
it's
being a
Tangerine
wild
the next
card
week.
If you haven't fucking
Karen, I will always be thankful for you introducing me to Leslie Vernon. That is one of those movies where I've always wondered where have you been my entire life?
How much work is it to be a serial killer?
Why
Uh,
did
Apparently. Okay. I'm really liking this. I'm still listening to it. It's almost over. Our second one was name a song you like with a number in the title.
I mean, I'm gonna be shocked if this one's not on others' lists. Smashing Pumpkins 1979.
Was not on my list, but I do like the song.
okay.
Right.
I do like the song.
It feels so
Solid
kind of
choice.
like it's a solid choice. It's a respectable choice. It just feels like it's the first one that comes to mind. That's all it was.
Sometimes it's the right way to go about these sort of questions, right? So
I just like Billy Corgan's voice when he goes along with the chorus. It's like really melodic and
Yeah.
nice and chill.
My first thought covers 1 and 2, which was 99 Red Balloons, Nina. But My next thought was one. Both songs, one. There's two different songs with the title of one by two very different bands that have totally different styles and meanings. The first one that came out was by Three Dog Night. Excuse me. That's the one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Y'all familiar with that?
Mm-hmm.
The song, yeah, but not so much the artist.
The other version of one was done by Metallica.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that one. That was my choice for a while until I changed it
And
because I didn't want it on. I didn't want Metallica on my list twice.
Ooh.
this is my only appearance of Metallica. The video, if you watch it, will stay with you forever.
I do not have Metallica on my list at all. Metallica are kind of like they've got good songs, I will admit, but like they're kind of few and far between for me.
I get that. I really enjoy a lot of Metallica stuff, but it's like definitely a lot of ones that's like, I'm good.
I think one of these days we'll probably want to watch Johnny Got His Gun because I've been curious about seeing the movie since one came out. Joe.
Oh, sorry. Skype keeps dropping on me. I wasn't sure with this one if I wanted to put it for summer or number. I went with number. Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams.
Mm.
Oh, cannot go wrong. Love that song.
I have no
it's
strong
classic.
feelings one way or the other.
It's just one of those like upbeat songs that I don't know, makes me feel happy.
That's cool. And music, hopefully, at least some of it does make you feel really happy.
Almost picked it for my summer one, but decided works better as a number. Also, 69, the most perverted number, so why not?
Anyway. It's not perverted if it's consensual.
Okay.
Also, you trying to say yin yang is kind of like that way? I mean, think of
You look at 69 and you think of yin yang, really?
you seen the
Well-
shape of it?
I mean, that's the shape. Yeah.
It's literally the shape.
Yeah. And yin yang are literally male and female. So
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess. Are they? I thought they were good
Yeah.
and evil.
yin
Well, the
and
whole
yang,
point-
male and female, light and dark, good and
Yeah,
evil.
but I thought the whole point of
Yeah,
yin yang
it's
was like the,
Opposites.
Yeah, it's the whole idea of opposites. That's why
Opposites
that's the thing.
balancing each other.
Because 6 symmetrically is the opposite of 9.
yeah, but I thought yin yang was the whole point of it was the dot in each one. There's a little bit of me and you, and there's a little bit of you and me,
Yes.
which is ironically what the 69 thing should be anyway.
But there's no
Yeah.
dot.
Nothing
Keep going.
Nothing is purely one or the other. Everything always has a bit of both.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
Sure.
Joe did his summer '69.
Karen.
See, when I picked this, though, I'm not the biggest fan of the song itself. But when I thought of this song, I had to pick it. And it's funny that Phil made mention of the line, fries to cross your eyes, because I picked Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles.
I was going to pick that. I was going to pick it, so I wanted to pick it after I picked Smashing Pumpkins. How
I'm
did you
glad
know?
one of us did.
Where's Latrell?
I
I
don't know
gotta-
this song.
not enjoy that song because of where I first heard it.
We badly need to watch White Chicks one night. It's as simple as that.
Oh,
Is Terry Crews in that?
yeah,
right.
Terry
This is that one
this
song.
Then we definitely have to watch that movie.
I love Terry Crews. Okay, now that I'm listening to it, I do know the song.
Yeah, but look up the song with Terry Crews though.
You can. He actually was on that show Lip Sync Battle, and he did this song.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, Terry Crews won
That
Oh,
was
of course.
because I
probably the
mean,
best episode of the season with that guy on.
like, who
Man has
can-
infinite charisma.
he doesn't he? I mean, his charisma is 255.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
maxed stats.
at it.
Like,
I mean, who doesn't love Terry Crews? I know I do. I just adore Terry Crews. And he really also comes off as such a super, like, genuinely down-to-earth, nice guy.
but the song, Carol.
I know it's silly, and he
Again,
doesn't mind making fun of
I'm
himself.
not even the
or
biggest
being
fan
silly.
of that song, but because of where I heard it, I had to fucking pick it. Is that I can't not enjoy that song just because of that.
But it's
So-
supposed to be a song that you like.
So I
It's not that I
remember.
don't enjoy the song. It's just I hear that song and I instantly think of that sort of part it played in that movie, and it's just it amuses me. I like the song because it amuses me because of that one scene, not necessarily the song itself. But I still feel that's a perfectly valid answer to
Oh,
this.
yeah. And you know, when you
So-
said 1,000 miles, I thought the Proclaimers 500 miles. Next song, Mr. Field Goal. Name a song that reminds you of summertime.
Oh God, come on! This is easy. This is one of the easiest ones on the list. Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine.
Okay.
How does this
I
not
mean,
make
very
you think of
much
summer?
defines summer.
I
Yeah.
actually have that on my list, but that's not where it is.
How can this not remind you of summer? I don't know about the music
Um,
video itself, but like the song is just so ubiquitous with sunny weather.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the UK. What is the sun?
That is true. Yeah, this chick is like talking about walking on sunshine, and I'm like, what the friggin' hell? It's overcast again.
What is that thing?
Yeah, I don't think they really know.
Jeez, Jersey summer would kill you guys.
Make it stop. We'd be like pasty white walking out into like Mad Max territory from our perspective.
Christ, the pale white of the English against the bright orange of the New Jerseyites. It would be like watching two species just meeting for the first time. Horrifying.
I mean, it's basically the immovable object versus like the wingiest.
I mean, you laugh, but me and Phil grew up with this crap watching Star Trek.
What?
First Contact.
Oh, right.
Oh joy, Skype fucking closed on me again.
Hooray.
So, summertime. First thing I thought was Ella Fitzgerald. I mean, come on, blues. Summertime. But have any of y'all ever heard of a band called Mungo Jerry?
No.
The name sounds familiar, actually.
Okay, I'm putting a link in here for a song. Joe, you'll probably have to hear it later. Called In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry. I mean, hell, it's got, the word
Oh, I know
summer
the song.
title. Yeah. Obviously, you say something makes you think of summertime, my head's going to automatically go to a song that literally says summertime. And the other one is by the Lovin' Spoonful, Summer in the City.
What happens to pick one?
I can't. I mean, on a lot of my
Try.
discs, sometimes I can't because I got too much music in my head.
I spin a wheel and pick one.
But I don't think there's such a thing as too much music in my head, honestly. Joe.
This was easy. Under the Boardwalk by the Drifters.
Oh, I love that song.
I've had a lot of fun growing up on the Jersey Shore during my summer break. I don't know. It's just fun. It just makes me think about all the good memories I had at the beach. Because you know me, I freaking love the beach.
Yeah. I see with as much as you love the beach is why I thought Beach Boys would have like come into your head because summer beach, Beach Boys, Surfing
Uh,
City, Surfing
Very-
USA.
Hey, very chill song, Joe. I like it.
eh,
Oh, I love the song.
Wait. You said Under the Boardwalk by what, the Drifters?
the Drifters.
Yeah, I thought I got that right then. Yeah.
Yeah, an old doo-wop.
Well, I was never the biggest Beach Boy fan, and JoJo kind of ruined the Beach Boys for me. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah, like never. Kieran,
Yes.
your summertime song or songs?
Yeah. Well, I've thought about this for a while. And it's like, especially these days, it's like summer means like fuck all to me. But it meant a bit more to me when I was a kid. So one that sort of makes me think of summer, School's
Alice
Out
Cooper?
by Alice Cooper.
Of course. Of course.
You can see where my mind was
Perfect.
going with that one.
And I love Alice Cooper. I love School's Out. Excellent choice.
When I used to work at high school, they would always play that at the last day.
Honestly, considering that you're a teacher, Joe, I'm surprised you didn't think of that one.
I'm not the biggest fan of that song.
Oh, okay.
Don't have to be, that's fine. But
But
it's my list, not yours. So
I know. It's
Fuck
just
you,
a
I
funny
picked
thing. You can like anything you want, Kieran.
I know.
I never said you couldn't. But my biggest affiliation with that song is the last day of the year when I used to teach at high school. No kids would show up. I'd be lucky if I had 2 kids in a classroom. And then, 12:30 would hit because it always would be a half day, and they'd play it.
I mean, that, if nothing else, it actually just sounds like a nice tradition.
Yeah,
There
it
you go.
sounds like a really fun tradition to me. Number 4 is very interestingly stated as a song that reminds you of someone you'd rather forget. First off, how do you take that question? Because that was hard for me. And second off, what was your pick, Phil?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at a little video on YouTube about a little duckling. My list. What was this?
Number 4. How do you
Oh.
take the question? And then what's your pick?
Song that reminds you of someone you'd rather forget. Oh, Criminal by Eminem. I have a old friend who used to play that song all the time. He was a bad friend. So
Okay. So that is someone you actually do want, like, wish you'd never met, or
no, just sooner forget. I don't have any bad, intentions or anything. Just move on.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, everyone has those times in their lives, right?
Yeah, he would just play the Marshall Mathers LP like constantly, as if it was like the best thing. I'm like, there's dozens of other bands you could listen to. And this is the kind of guy who'd like pirate CDs and everything, and wouldn't give me any, jackass.
It's things like this. It's like I said the other day. Christ, when answering this question, I could fill it with most fucking rap songs. It's almost like every jackass that I'd rather forget was a fan of rap.
I mean, it's a recurring thing. It's maybe an exception of the rule and such. Like, I've got nothing against people who listen to rap. It's just this one person. That's it.
Me either. It's just a funny coincidence. It just, I don't know. It just seems to me like, especially in my experience, a lot of people who I'd rather forget were into rap and just, quite frankly, all too well up their own ass.
Also, you mentioned a song that reminds you of something you'd rather forget. I don't like this song. It's just a song that reminds me. That's the
Yeah,
stipulation.
no, that's fine. I mean,
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually stipulate that it has to be one you like. It just says a song that reminds you of someone you'd rather forget.
Exactly. That's what I've gone for.
See, for me, that was difficult because there's nobody that I want to forget. I believe that everybody, whether their entrance into my life was positive or negative, whether their exit from my life was positive or negative, or their continued participation in my life is positive or negative, I believe that everybody has been brought into my life to teach me a lesson that I need to learn. And so to forget that person is to forget the lesson.
Thou shalt like Gundam.
So I don't want to necessarily forget anybody. So I just did a song that reminds me of someone I don't like. Really do not like. And thankfully haven't had to deal with in a very long time. And this is a song called Close My Eyes Forever. It's a duet by Ozzy Osbourne and Lita Ford.
I've heard of it. I mean, is it a song that you.
either.
Is it a good song or is it a bad song?
It's a matter of personal preference whether it's good or bad. I mean, come on, it's Ozzy. It can't be too bad.
Eh,
Um,
I mean, did you hear his duet with his daughter?
no.
Mm,
But this
Mm.
was 80s Ozzy. I'm not really a fan of Ozzy, but I can't deny that he does have a good voice. He has a very interesting voice. Not a fan of Lita Ford either. I did, of course, link it in case anybody wants to hear it. Joe.
The one for people we hate.
No,
Yeah,
it says
what
for
song
someone
from-
you'd rather forget.
Yes.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
What song
explain-
about
ex-
me have you picked, Joe?
Explain how you personally took this to.
He has to rethink it completely now.
I'm thinking of something lobster based. Rock lobster? Or no, it'd be crab for Karen. Well, so, it's still tortured a crustacean. No, Karen. I don't hate you.
No,
I've
no.
never
Rock
hated you.
Lobster. Rock
I was
Lobster
joking.
reminds us of
It's fine.
Dark Souls too.
But well,
At this point, yeah.
well, if we're talking about lessons or I'd rather forget, why, Carol? I think I owe both of these lessons to you. Purple Rain and Ice Baby were the ones I picked.
Mister was alright.
Because
4
they-
is the unlucky number.
Now,
Because-
do you want to forget about the people or just about their movies?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not a huge Prince fan. I really am not. And he has maybe one song I think is decent. But every time I think about Prince now, I think of him because of that horrific movie you picked during movie night. So Prince's memory has been tainted for me. And Ice Baby, the artist for that could just go to hell. I hate you, Vanilla Ice.
Oh, so it's me that he wants to forget.
I don't want to forget you. I think you have a tendency of torturing us by picking some of the worst movies by musical artists.
But you loved the apple.
Yes, I do.
You love the apple.
Yes, I love the apple. I'm not saying all the movies you pick are bad, just those two were horrific.
Oh no, the apple is bad. It's just glorious.
So yeah, Purple Rain and Ice Baby. For obvious reasons.
Because you want to forget that you ever watched those movies.
Yes.
The number 4 is cursed.
Karen.
Mhm.
Number 4, a song that reminds you of someone you'd rather forget.
Yeah, this one took me a long time. So I spent a time thinking of, someone I'd sort of rather forget and whatnot. And it's like, who would I pick for that? And I couldn't come up with an actual person. But I did think of the type of person generally that I do not get along with. The kind of self-absorbed asshole type really tend to grate on my fucking nerves. So a song that reminds me of self-absorbed assholes. And once I sort of hit that, it's like, oh, well, that's an easy pick because there's a straight up song about that. Carly Simon, You're So Vain.
Ooh. I love that song.
I thought that song was about a dog.
No, it was actually about Warren Beatty. Carly Simon dated Warren Beatty for a while, and the song was about their relationship.
I mean, it's very thematical pick. That's the thing. It's your choice.
I
think
like
it's a
it.
good pick.
Yeah, it's a good song.
And I mean, we all, I think, took the question a little bit differently based on
There's
our
no real
personalities and
wrong
our
answers. It's
personal
just-
philosophies.
Yeah, it's
Like I
all
said, I
personality
couldn't
pick.
think of anyone specific and any specific song relating to them. But just like when I was trying to think of someone specific, it's like, well, what kind of person don't I get along with? Typically, it's the self-absorbed assholes. And then boom, that was right there.
Perfect.
I couldn't think of anybody like in real life because I tend not to give theme songs to people I hate.
You get a Darth Vader march, and you
I
get
know,
a Darth Vader
exactly.
march, and you.
It's not really giving them a theme song. It's just a song that makes you think, "Oh crap, that asshole."
You get an Imperial march, and you get an Imperial march.
So, the 5th one
Could be
Bill,
anything.
is a song that needs to be played loud.
Oh, this is so open.
This was too easy.
Yes, this is too easy. You're not going over the emphasis of how easy it is.
I mean, this is the song that, like, when you're driving and it comes on the radio, you have to crank it to 11.
No. Oh, it's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Queens of the Stone Age, Millionaire.
I'm familiar with Queens of the Stone Age, but I don't think I've heard that one.
So this plays at the very beginning of the Songs for the Deaf, which is appropriately named. Yeah, there's the actual song. But yeah, I'd mute your mic if I were you and turn that sucker up right to max.
Okay, yeah, that definitely is a crank it up vibe. Yeah, I can see that. This one, actually, I had several come to mind. My very first one I'm not using because there's way too much of this band on my list if I do. So I'm going with the other two. One, y'all might not agree with, but I love the song and I don't care, is Take On Me by Aha. I always have to crank the radio when I hear that.
It's a very good song. It's just turn it up.
And the other one that I'm going to use is
Oh, I know I should have picked now.
Give It Away,
Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Is a good song. Very good song.
Yeah.
I always, if I hear that coming on, I've got to crank it all the way up. I like Chili Peppers. And of course, the one that I removed was Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N' Roses. Because I've got a lot of GNR love. I'm a child of the 80s, when GNR first started, and they were, Appetite for Destruction was an amazing album. Joe,
Okay.
what song needs to be played loud?
Okay. No way in hell I think any of you picked this one because this is a relatively new song.
Oh,
You all know I love James Gunn, and he has probably my favorite director, if not my second or third favorite director, regardless. Great taste in music. One of his more recent projects, he had a song that's only been out for about a year or two, and it's by a European band I'm not super familiar with called Hardcore Superstore, and it's called "You Can't Kill My Rock and Roll." And I only heard the song about 2 or 3 months ago for the first time, and it's easily become one of my favorite songs.
and where did you hear this song?
I believe it was played in the very last episode of Peacemaker. Let me get the
Oh,
let me get it up here.
Oh my
Mm,
God,
mm.
Phil.
Kieran, where's my money? Where's my
Yeah.
money, man?
Yeah, you called it.
What did you call? What's the bet that I
I
didn't
You
just-
were
mention
going
James
to
Gunn?
pick something
Yeah.
from Peacemaker.
Because to be honest, I would have done the same thing, but I knew how easy an answer it was. Wait, what's the song, by the way?
I posted the
You
link in the
can't
chat.
kill my rock and roll.
I can see that.
Yeah, definitely needs to go
Not
loud.
my jam, but I get it.
Thank you, Joe. I've now just regrown my hair metal stage of life all over again.
Yeah, it really does come off very hair metal.
I'm sorry, James Gunn just has really good taste in music.
Apparently so, yeah.
Oh, I mean, come on, I grew up on hair metal. I love hair metal.
Well, this is one I will pick an honorable mention for myself also. But for this, I decided on Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Scorpions.
Yeah.
Classic.
And I think there's a hard one to argue with about wanting to crank that up high.
Especially where I live, it gets played, several times a season.
Mm. The other
Several
one,
times every hurricane.
slight bit different, but I don't think people would disagree too much either. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Fortunate Son.
I was gonna say just CCR. Period. Anything CCR.
Friggin' Fortunate Son is like every Vietnam movie ever.
I literally had this conversation like a month or so ago with some other friends, but it's basically the Vietnam song at this point.
Yeah.
I always think of All Along the Watchtower when I think of Vietnam. Sorry, Carol.
Which is also an excellent track.
Yeah, I love All Along the Watchtower, and that's one that probably should have come up on another one, because it depends on which version you're talking.
I just like Fortunate Son as a song, and I feel like that one's best played loud. It's the open air car driving through the desert with that blaring kind of, theming. That's the mindset. That's the vision.
Basically, what you're trying to say is whenever you go into Azure on the morning, you can just hear you coming down the road going, "It ain't me! It ain't me!"
I'm no millionaire son now.
That sounds like a great morning to go into work on. I'm going to be honest.
I don't think my coworkers would be surprised.
I think if he was familiar with the song, he'd be more inclined to be singing "Take This Job and Shove It."
I mean, if we were going that route, it would be Twisted Sister, We're Not Going to Take It. But, I mean, that is literally a song about unions and stuff, right? So.
Incidentally, on Twisted Sister, I Wanna Rock was also one of my alternate picks for this choice.
That's also a very good choice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Most things
if
by
I
Twisted
feel
Sister
like
is a very good choice for this.
I'm really surprised that was not at the top of my list, because
I'm gonna be
is
honest.
Definitely.
I Wanna Rock seems like the benchmark for just, oh my god, crank that volume up.
For me, the benchmark is actually Welcome to the Jungle. Just gotta crank it.
Born to Be My Baby by Bon Jovi is a big one for me. I love that song when it's cranked up.
Living on a Prayer.
I'm not the biggest Living on a Prayer fan. I like it. I don't love it. My best memory of Living in a Prayer is almost winning a karaoke contest with my family one night, singing it together.
No, It's My Life. I know that was another big Bon Jovi track at one point.
He has a more recent song. I can't think of it off the top of my head that I like more.
Last Man Standing?
I don't remember it.
One of my favorite Bon Jovi songs is Wanted Dead or Alive.
That's not bad.
I love that song.
good-
And
it's a
that
good
is a
pick.
crank it up song.
Who sings that one song, Sweet Home Alabama All Summer Long?
Oh, that's Kid Rock.
I almost picked that for summer. I love that song.
I do too. And I love Sweet Home Alabama. And
Yeah.
apparently he did get permission to use part of the song in his. But I actually really like that song.
I had Autograph Turn Up the Radio,
Ooh.
which is a frankly excellent song.
That, and I mean, it kind of tells you turn it up. You have to
Yeah,
obey.
it literally tells you in the song title, turn the damn
Turn
thing up.
up the radio.
Like, make your neighbors sorry they moved in next door to you. I mean,
That's an excellent choice. Come on, feel the noise. Right.
Right?
quite right. Beautiful.
That's another one. I don't hear it on the radio very often. See, because I took it as when I'm driving, what song comes on, and I absolutely have to crank it up. Unfortunately, Quiet Right doesn't come on the radio very often. Even though I listen to, the classic rock station.
I mean,
They
it
don't-
is a 70s UK band. Like, it's not going to be world famous.
No, the band who did that first was a 70s UK band. I don't think Quiet Riot is UK, are they?
Isn't the lead singer from the UK? Wasn't he Slade?
Quiet Riot is an American heavy metal band founded in Los Angeles in 1973. Wow, so they do go way back.